Hi guys, welcome to Grade 5 Art. I'm just going to quickly show you how to approach your Who I Am Now and Who I Want to Be portrait. So I've shrunk it down this year. Usually we'd do it on a bigger scale, but I find it takes you a bit too long. So we're doing it on A4. All right, so it is nice because you get to work nice and tightly, which I find that most of you actually prefer. So in the Who I Am Now, remember we want to use scale, which is size, to help us suggest or communicate our age, okay? So you wouldn't be putting your head up the top because it's going to make you look really large, okay? And hence a little bit older. So I want you to start about here, okay? Now, when you're drawing a body, I'm sure you have a way that works easiest, okay? For me, look, if I'm being really quick, I like to just kind of draw the clothes in the pose I would like. But if I'm being careful about it, I actually come through and draw the shapes really lightly of my body and what I want to be doing. All right, so you can see here, I don't know if you can see, I'm kind of like using little sausages. 5, so I've got 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ow, don't need that many. So I've got my head, my neck, my body shape, my arms. Okay, remember they're in two parts because you've got you can't really see in here, a top arm and a forearm. Okay, now for my legs, I'm going to do my thighs. All right, my calves, my feet. Now I'm doing this really lightly so that I can rub it out. So now I've got my basic body shape. I'm just going to come over the top and actually draw on some clothes. Okay, can you see how I've done that? Now, when I'm not, so I don't want to draw clothes on my legs, so I'm just going to make these look like thick legs. All right, pop some socks, pop some shoes. Easy peasy. All right, so little knobbly bit for my elbow. But I'm just following the lines of my kind of sausages there, okay? And for hands, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then all I would do is I'd come through and rub those out. And what will make that easier is if you go over the clothes lines and this, you know, your leg and arms and stuff with a fine liner first, and then you can just rub out over the top. Okay. Now, a really obvious way to make yourself look like a young person is to draw yourself in your school uniform. So I'm actually going to add a broad brim hat, which I know you all love so much. All right. I'm going to make this a boy. All right. Simple face. It's up to you, okay, how you draw this. So this is a child now, okay. So maybe put Iramu on their uniform. Pop something in the background that makes it look like a bit like school. So maybe you could put, I don't know, a little bit of a playground or something in the background. Or school building. It's up to you, okay? But just keep it kind of simple for this part, okay? Now, when you're drawing who you want to be, remember I said about scale before? So for this one, start with your head closer to the top, okay? So straight away, you're taller, okay? Now, add that neck in, all right? Now, women and boys, or girls and boys, obviously grow into women and men, and their body shape changes. So I'd use this, you know, basic oval shape here. This time I'm going to change it to more of a triangle pizza shape. All right, and that's because as you get older, as boys get older, their shoulders broaden. Okay, so that's why I've chosen that shape now. So I'm going to do exactly the same thing. Pop in the top of my arms now. Because I'm dividing these into two sections, I can actually decide where I want my arms to go. And for this one, I'm going to get them to just go straight down, okay? Now, legs, I've probably drawn his body just a little bit big. Okay, he's taking up a little bit too much space. Hands, circles in our sausages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks a bit crazy right now. All right, so I've got to decide what job he's going to have. Let's say he is a mechanic, okay? So I'm going to pop a basic t-shirt on first. Okay, now I'm going to add some, actually let's make him a builder or something. So I'm going to add like, no, I am going to make him a mechanic, and instead of having short sleeves, he's going to be wearing like a long sleeve pair of overalls, okay, because he's in a workshop. All right, so that makes this part really easy. Now, I don't usually like being sketchy like this. I like to be quite confident with my lines, but I know that a lot of you do like to be a bit sketchy. All right, so now, how am I going to make him look like a mechanic? I might put some swatches of oil or something on his clothes, okay? And, all right, it's going to have some boots on or something. And I might put a spanner or something in his hand. Okay. And instead of having an open hand, I'm going to make it a closed kind of fist, so it looks like he's holding that. Okay. The other hand can be open. That's not a problem. Okay. Now, face is another easy way to make it look like a grown-up. Obviously, when you're a bit older, men can have a bit more facial. Ooh, that's a weird nose. Have a bit more facial hair, okay? So let's pop a little bit of facial hair on there. So stylish, okay? And a little bit more of a, adult haircut. All right, now, if I didn't feel like that was obvious enough about who I want to be, maybe I could draw a toolbox in the background or a car body, or, put a sign up here that says mechanic or something like that, okay? But essentially those two main points were making sure that you use scale, okay, to suggest the difference in age. And if you want to, use that method that I use of that really light sketching of the shapes, okay, so the oval for the body, the sausages for the arms and legs, okay. If you've got another method that works easily for you, that's fine. Just please remember to make sure you're using scale as well as the clothes you are wearing to suggest your job. All right, guys, when you've done this, please go over it with fine liner, rub out your grey lead lines, and then you can start colouring in. Easy. Good luck.